Well, good afternoon, international basketball fans. Welcome here to the 2023 FIBA Basketball World Cup. We're live here at the Dominican Coliseum, and please enjoy the entertainment.
This is the FIBA Basketball World Cup. Win for all.
Well, when you win for all. Hello, everybody. Welcome here to the 2023 FIBA Basketball World Cup. We're currently live here at the Dominican Coliseum as Angola gets checked on to take on the Dominican Republic. Well, hello, everybody. I'm your commentator, Josh Bennett, alongside head coach of the Austin Spurs, Will Voigt. Coach, so many different scenarios can happen today, but ultimately, if the Dominican Republic win, they've already cemented the top spot in this group.
Yeah, and you know, that's what makes the latter stages of group play so fun. Lots of different scenarios for the Dominican Republic. It's simple. They have to come out here and win to win the group. For Angola, need the upset today and a little bit of help after that.
Well, the Dominican Republic, again, they have been on fire so far, beating their opponents one by one, and it was a very impressive victory against Italy. Started the game 12-0 down, but collectively as a unit, led by Karl-Anthony Towns and Andreas Feliz, this team's got to stop believing they could be favorites.
Yeah, no question. You know, really rough start to that Italy game. Coach Garcia taking 2 early timeouts during that 12-0 run, trying to settle his group down, and eventually they responded, shooting the lights out in that game, 16 for 39 from 3, with Feliz chipping in with 7 for 10 from three-point land.
Well, probably the most famous Minnesota Timberwolves since Kevin Garnett and Karl-Anthony Towns. I mean, he's really, really embraced the occasion. But Che Garcia, this is almost a redemption FIBA World Cup for him. After being relieved of his duties from Argentina, defeating his former team to qualify this tournament, he's got to start thinking, Dominican Republic, they mean business.
Well, you know, no stranger to upsets, the master of leading these underdogs to success.
Well, now we get set to introduce your former team, Angola. Again, you know, not so much a surprise for you because you coached many of these players 4 years ago. But again, they are exceeding the expectations. A big, big victory for them in their last game.
Yeah, no question about it, and they did it playing 12 guys. So, you know, Coach Claros going to a lot of different combinations throughout that game, throwing different defenders at Clarkson and having success doing that. You see Lucchini Gonçalves right there, stepping up big time, going 4 for 8 from three-point land. That's what they're going to need. They've struggled from 3, shooting just 20% from 3 as a team so far in this World Cup. So they're going to need a couple of guys to get hot for them.
Well, 9 3-point field goals were made by Angola after having, you know, a bit of a tough start against the Italians. Now, they didn't play poorly against the Italians. It just was a difference of 2 different styles, of course. But Angola, led by this man, Bruno Fernando, the NBA superstar who does play for the Atlanta Hawks. But as you mentioned, Lucchini, De Souza playing very big, of course, against the Philippines with his offensive rebounds. But let's talk about Shilde Dundal. He has been monumental in the backcourt.
Yeah, I mean, he's really, you know, the energy factor for them. He's picking up full court, pressuring, pushing tempo. I think they feed off of that really well. And, of course, they've had a lot of success on the offensive rebounds, too.
Well, again, we have a lot of different outcomes that could happen today. We will get to those after we listen to the national anthems. But, you know, you said it, Coach. latter stages of group play, that's when it starts to get really fun. That's when the party starts.
Yeah, no question. And, you know, we see Kat and Bruno Fernando there. It's going to be a really exciting matchup between those two NBA players.
Now, the Philippines aren't out of it. They play the Italians later, but they must win by more than 12 points to give themselves a chance of getting into the top 2. Well, there are your standings. Well, we'll see the standings when we come back. But now, ladies and gentlemen, if you can, please, we're going to pay respect and homage to the national anthems of both the Dominican Republic and Angola. There are the standings, but now it's time for the national anthems.
Please remain standing for the national anthem of Angola.
National anthems of these two beautiful countries, the Dominican Republic and Angola, have been sung. And now, Coach, we're going to get set to introduce our 3 referees for tonight's game. Well, we have 3 of the very finest here in the business. There you can see Guilherme Locatelli coming from Brazil, Luis Castillo from Spain, and Martin Vulic from Hrvatska, Croatia. Well, we're very proud to say that we have some of the finest referees in world basketball. They have done an excellent job in all of our competitions, and they'll continue to do so here for this final group game between Angola and the Dominican Republic at the 2023 FIBA Basketball World Cup. Well, he's been the big talking point for the Dominican Republic, and there's no surprise.
Yeah, you know, he's really delivered for them. Obviously, you expect the star power with him coming into the group, but he's done it on all facets of the game. 24 points, 11 rebounds, 4 for 9 from 3 in that last game. He's been able to score inside and outside and has really controlled the glass for them. I think it's going to be a great matchup between him and Bruno Fernando. You know, both of these guys, new additions to their national teams.
Well, they're going with a big lineup now. Eloy Vargas, who has played very much sparing minutes for the Dominican Republic, but, we talked about this. It's always great to see the traditional, I like to call it the 1999 San Antonio Spurs, when you got the two Twin Towers.
Well, Angola's going to play with size as well. I mean, at times we saw them roll out a three-big lineup in that game. So, it's going to be interesting. Both teams have a lot of length and athleticism. How will they counter each other throughout this match?
Andreas Feliz, one of the key factors in the backcourt, but coached by that man, Nestor Garcia, and we like to call him Chair. And I've been saying this, one of his biggest accomplishments, you read it right there, 2015, leading El Vino Tinto, Venezuela, to the FIBA AmeriCup Championship, defeating Argentina. That was a very interesting game in the semifinals against Canada, but no doubt getting Dominican Republic back to the FIBA World Cup, where he's going up against that man, Coach Claros. But Bruno Fernando, let's talk about him. He really has embraced international basketball.
Yeah, I mean, exciting addition. A little jealous. I tried hard back in 2019 to get him in the fold, even as a young player back then. But, he's really excited to be here, and obviously a great addition to this Angolan team.
They do have some other great players. Gilson Bango, not to mention De Souza, the big man. His energy is going to be crucial going off the offensive rebounds. As you can see there, averaging 13.5 per games. Shilde Dundao is going to have a big game in the backcourt.
Yeah, no question. They're going to have to find, shooting somewhere. I think with Fernando, if he can neutralize Cat with his defense, sort of cancel out that matchup, that gives Angola a great chance. Now, one of these guards is going to have to step up, and maybe it's going to be that man right there, Luqueni Gonçalves. Huge game for them against the Philippines. He banked one in early, and that seemed to give him a little bit of momentum. Ended up 4 for 8 from 3, but that's typically the struggle of these Angolan teams, finding perimeter shooting somehow.
One thing I like about this man is his experience, having coached in the ACB, multiple national teams as well. But you know what? At times, he has a very charismatic demeanor. He looks very serious, but honestly, he just seems like a very, very, in the zone kind of coach.
Well, he's done a nice job with this group, identifying a style of play that can make them unique. I think he understands that, they have some shooting deficiencies, so they're going to have to create turnovers, create extra possessions with offensive rebounds, and so far they've done that.
Well, Montero has been big so far. You talked about his scoring input in the ACB. I mean, this team today, it's almost like they're growing game by game. Remember, they had to go to the final game of the qualifiers against Facundo Campasso and, of course, Gabriel Deck to qualify, but they just get better and better.
Yeah, and Montero, just 20 years old, the overtime elite product, a really exciting player. Definitely somebody that can come into the game and really change the dynamic of things.
Well, we are now just under 2 minutes away, and Carl Anthony Towns is getting some final free throws in with Che Garcia. Well, Andreas Feliz, in my mind, the season he's had with Juventud Badalona in the ACB and in the Euro Cup, this could be a stepping stone. Who knows, maybe even make that jump to the Basketball Champions League or even the EuroLeague.
Well, Feliz has been tremendous for them. Real calming presence. He's going to have to do that again tonight. Angola is going to be pressuring, extending their pickup points throughout.
No quiero faltas. Quiero que él vea que tú estás a negar línea de pase. Que estás a negar línea de pase. Lado débil, sé que está. Todo seco con quintas defensivas. José va con Vargas. Vargas, Figueroa. No comienza con Montero.
Well, the official sponsor, the Tissot Countdown to Tip-Off, is underway. And now we're going to get ready for this final group game. Remember, the Dominican Republic, if they win, they'll clean sweep the group. And that could very much make things very interesting in the later game between the Philippines and Italy.
En ataque, primera jugada Toru, después ya jugamos extremas, extremo, nano, preto 25, extremo, nana, preto 25, salto inicial, a ver Eduardo, por favor, Gilson, Childe, cuando tira bola Noir, Eduardo, ven aquí que no hay ninguém, ven aquí por favor.
Well, it could be cat time here on the court, but you know, again, as we mentioned, Dominican Republic, everybody in this country will be rooting for the Dominican Republic in this game. And even if they do win, the Philippines would have to win by more than 12 points against Italy to give themselves a chance of qualifying.
Yeah, you know, they just have to see the first step of that equation happen. A lot out of their control right now. Interesting to hear Coach Claros there and his Portuguese talking about the 3 plays they want to, you know, stay aggressive through. You know, that Nana, that pick and pop play, we've seen quite a bit from them. 25, just 25, just some ball screen, 2-5 ball screen. So they're going to keep it really simple in their half-court sets, try to give their players some freedom to stay aggressive, and that's been their mantra so far at this tournament.
Karl-Anthony Towns becoming the face of the Dominican Republic national team, but he knows this is a brotherhood. Eloy Vargas, Figueroa, Andreas Feliz, Victor Lees as well. They do it together, and likewise for Angola, this isn't just a Bruno Fernando team. Benfica's Francisco, Gilson Bango, and Lucchini Gonçalves as well. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the final game of the FIBA World Basketball Cup between Angola and Dominican Republic in Group 8. It will be Angola who have the first possession. Patience needs to be the build-up now between these two teams. Lucchini hesitating now, going all the way. Off the backboard. Bango trying to go for the offensive rebound. Now the Dominicans looking to get something going early. He finds Eloy Vargas. He's fouled very hard, and he'll go to the free throw line. Well, nice transition by the Dominicans.
Yeah, and that's going to be an important part of this game for both teams. You know, both teams like to play fast. They want to try to get out and run as much as possible. So transition defense is going to be paramount.
Vargas, having spent his last professional stint with Trotamundos in the Venezuelan Super Basketball League. Missing the first free throw now. You know, we talked about his minutes being very much backup minutes, but again, as I already said, it's great to see such a big lineup here for the Dominican Republic.
Yeah, you know, not surprised, though, that they're trying to match the size of Angola. A lot of Angola's offense coming off of their ability to offensive rebound.
Angola don't take care of the rebound. He's pump fakes, goes in with a little floater off the backboard. He touched the very top of the backboard on that one.
Yeah, great finish over the extending arms of Fernando there.
Gilson Bango now here in the backcourt. Trying to go for a handoff with Lucchini. Lucchini trying to find an open now. Fernando trying to take out Karl-Anthony Towns, and a foul's going to be called against Cat. Nice shot there by Bruno Fernando.
That's his first speed foul.
Nice little teardrop. That touched up on the. It's a violation.
Yeah, you can't do it any higher than that. That's a really tough finish. Great rotation from Fernando. And, you know, you see on this last play, that's the 25 play that they were talking about in the timeout. Just simple 2-5 pick and roll. That 2-man is Lucchini Gonçalves. So you can tell that they're trying to get him going early on, see if he can continue where he left off in that last game.
Fernando missing the first free throw. He's been averaging just over 13 points per game so far in the first 2, but again, it just goes to show that, you know, basketball is a team game. You can have an NBA superstar, but it's also the supporting cast of players who play the international game. You know, Angola and Dominican Republic, there's a plethora on both teams.
Yeah, and interesting here, I don't know if they just got in a strange cross matchup, but they have Fernando and Figueroa there.
Well, gets rejected, Fernando. And Eloy Vargas gets the ab one. That was a nice block by Bruno Fernando. Angola had their last donut, but nobody called Bucks out. As big man Eloy, well, his rejection by Fernando. The follow-up on Gilson Bango getting called there on the Bucks out. He just punishes his teammates.
Yeah, and that, you know, that possession started a little discombobulated. The matchup seemed a little off. I think there was confusion if they were going to be in a full court pressure or just falling back into man.
Remember, the Dominican Republic, they win today, they'll sweep the group. This game could go right down to the wire between these two teams. You talked about it. You've been very impressed with how this Angolan team has played their game so far.
Yeah, you know, they've brought a lot of physicality to what they want to do, have a clear identity of how they want to play. Just have to find a way to get points on the board offensively.
Lucchini finding good down. He's been very good so far, but what? Getting away with a double dribble there possibly, but unable to finish. Francisco with a follow-up, but another foul. And that's going to be called on Karl-Anthony Towns, I think. It's going to be be his second personal foul. It is. Well, it was on Eloy Vargas. My apologies.
And Eduardo Francisco, the young 19-year-old product here, getting his third start in a row now at this World Cup, and he's drawn some tough assignments. Did a nice job on Clarkson in their last game.
As you mentioned, a part of SLB Benfica, as of last season, had their debut, the first ever Portuguese team to participate in the FIBA Basketball Champions League. Well, next season, they'll be playing in the FIBA Europe Cup. And one of his teammates from last season, featuring for Cabo Verde in the Okinawa venue of the FIBA World Cup, Ivan Almeida.
Lane violation there. And that's always frustrating. Guys just a little too excited to get to their boards.
Dominican Republic now leading 5-1. Figueroa in the backcourt trying to find Andreas Veliz. Small on defense by the young Francisco, excuse me. Back going to the basket. It's going to be traveling. No foul. Anticipated they were going to call a walk, but he has been called for quite a few of those here.
Yeah, and it's interesting. This is the matchup that they want. So they're going with Francisco on Cat here, putting Fernando or, in this case, Bongo on Figueroa.
This is the kick out. Figueroa trying to lead. Corners up. No good. And it's going to be another foul this time against Bruno Fernando. No. This one's going to be a second call against Eloy Vargas.
Yeah, so I think, Angola's thinking probably with that matchup, trying to see if they can get Cat off the perimeter and down on the block, where they would likely come with a double team with one of these bigs. So really interesting matchup. And once again, the young 19-year-old getting the toughest assignments. So, credit to him.
Well, here's the box out. What do you think about this, coach?
Yeah, it just looks like they got a little tangled up there.
Fernando going for the three-pointer. That's a little bit too short. Feliz secures a rebound. Dominican Republic still leading by 4 points. Andreas Feliz, we mentioned, another one who plays in the Spanish ACB. Only had the size of this match against Chile Dundao. He has to put up a tough three. Three is up, no good. So far, Angola doing a good job of keeping Dominican Republic off the offensive rebounds. Getting a handoff out. Dundao trying to find an opening. Straight to the basket, bit of contact, but again, nothing dropping here. Nice dive coming from Karl-Anthony Towns in the follow-up. Oh, I missed it. Well, both teams struggling right now, but Andreas Feliz is a wide-open three-pointer, and he can't get it. Well, we got numbers now. Gilson Bango is going to make this, and finally getting the first field goal of the game for Angola.
Yeah, and that's how they're going to need to get them. Find some easy baskets, then transition. First to the loose ball there. Nice effort from Dundao.
Fernando here got it, Delgado. Again, no foul call. Good defense. Kenny ahead with Dundao. Well, good defense by Andreas Feliz, but that's going to be baseline possession to Angola.
It'll be interesting to see if Coach Garcia counters these defensive matchups by going small. So if he can bring a third scorer in now, the big that they're matching up with Figueroa, it's going to have to guard somebody out there.
Only looking to tie this game up. Maybe take the lead of a three-pointer, but a foul is going to be called against Andreas Feliz. That's the last team foul for the Dominican Republic to commit here in the first quarter. Anymore, and they will be sending Angola to the free throw line. Well, Dominican Republic having such a great game in the second game against the Italians, shooting the ball phenomenally from the perimeter. That's something that doesn't work tonight. Where are going to be the other scoring outcomes they can get in this game?
Well, that's what Angola does a great job of, just really mucking up the game, putting a ton of length, playing with a lot of intensity, and it makes it difficult to score.
Well, Mango getting the offensive rebound. That's going to be a second personal foul against Cat, I believe. Yeah, that's two players and two personal fouls.
Yeah, and that's really big. You see Coach Garcia here Going to come in with Pena.
And Karl-Anthony Towns gets teed up.
Wow, and that's where he has to learn. You know, we saw this happen before. Can't let his emotions get the best of him. That's a personal foul, that technical. So,
three personal fouls already here. We haven't even played 5 minutes of the first quarter. Well, you can see Eloy Vargas just coming on the floor saying, look, we need you. We need you in this game.
yeah, of course, you know, Cat ejected in their tune-up game against Spain. And, you know, I thought he'd kind of learned from that how the game is officiated here. You know, it seemed to be doing a good job of keeping his emotions in check, but right there, just a little too much to say to the official.
You have to remember as well that, you know, the Dominican Republic, they could actually be eliminated from group play depending on what happens. The scenarios are, I mean, Dominican Republic would be eliminated if and by if they lose to Angola by 10 points or more and the Italians beat the Philippines tonight. That's a crazy scenario to think about.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot to play, and this is a tough start here. As you can see, they had a sub at the table that didn't come into the game. But, you know, Coach Garcia has a tough decision to make. I mean, there's a lot of time left in this half. You have Cat there sitting with 3 fouls. If Angola is able to push this lead out, does he come back with him at least a little bit in this first half and hope that he doesn't pick up a fourth? Definitely a tough decision to make there for Coach.
Angola lead by 1 point so far. 6 minutes to go here in the first quarter. The Angolans are now traditionally one of the teams in the FIBA AfroBasket. Dominican Republic have played in 4 FIBA World Cups. He's now finding Delgado, fumbles it, goes out of bounds with 2.2 on the shot clock, but it will be their ball on the baseline.
And you can see the aggression and ball pressure definitely having an effect. And they've got the athletic bigs who can get out there and hedge and also protect the rim. So they're always playing with 2 bigs. So you know you're going to have somebody rotating at the rim. I think that's in the back of the mind of some of these Dominican players.
Well, we got a timeout now as Che Garcia wants to draw something up. Remember, 2.2 left on the shot clock. Let's go and listen to what he has to say.
On the big screen, make sure to flash that beautiful smile. Let everybody know that you're enjoying some FIBA Basketball World Cup action.
Primero. ¿Me escuchan a mí? No más tiro loco. Van para adentro, acting.
You're so well represented.
No, they pull.
Well, Jilson Bango so far, he has been phenomenal, doing what he does best, going in for second chances, and that's been a key game change, almost an X factor here for the Angolans.
Yeah, I mean, that's how they've been playing, you know, over 17 offensive rebounds a game so far, second in the World Cup. Jilson Bango, that's what he does best. You know, played in Braunschweig in the German Bundesliga this season, but has always been an outstanding offensive rebounder.
Relentless energy so far from that young man. 5 points on Angola 6. Hustle points, rim protection, that's been the bread and butter, the identity of this Angolan team. Well, now Gerson Domingos coming back into the game, well, checking in to the game. So Shildy Dundao going to the bench now. It's an interesting early change there.
Well, you know, we saw a lot of substitution from them in their last game. So in some ways, he's stuck with this core group a little bit longer than normal. Gonçalves, Francisco, Fernando still in the game right now.
So what has Che Garcia drawn up here? 2.2 left here on the shot clock. Well, we got to get the ball inbound. Pena now pump fakes, gets rejected. Police connects with him in a 24-second violation. Well, Pena hesitated, had a bit of time maybe to put the ball on the floor.
Yeah, you know, that length, he sees Fernando coming out to contest, and it makes you think twice. But they really wanted Figueroa on the lob there. Nice job of Angola to take that away.
Gerson Domingos. Angola looking to extend their lead. Plenty of confidence here at the moment, going all the way to the basket, and again, finishing around the Giants.
Yeah, Spanish pick and roll there. Gerson Domingos able to get to his dominant left hand.
The foul is going to be called against Kenny. That's going to be the 4th team foul against Angola. The Dominican fans ironically cheered. Now Paolo checking into the game for Angola, as well as Makonda. Makonda is a lot of attention, this young man, but we've seen so far at times, sometimes shows a little bit of anxiety in his play.
Well, you know, just 21 years old, first time being involved in the national team, Dutch Angolan heritage, but he can really pressure the ball along with these other small guards that they have.
Cross-court finding Victor Lees. 3 is up the corner. 3 is good. That's the confidence the Dominican Republic needs to play with. Tie game at 8 apiece here. Just under 5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Connor coming up one ball screen. Give this one up. Good defense by Victor Lees. They don't want to foul again. They don't want to send the Dominicans to the free throw line. He's down the middle. Nice pass in the lane. Pump face contact. Almost got the ad one, but it will be 2 free throws now here for Angel Delgado.
Yeah, nice job there from Feliz handling that aggressive pick and roll coverage. He's going to have to be that anchor again for them. You know, things a little out of sorts. You've got Cat there on the bench with 3 fouls. We saw this happen in that first game. You know, things got a little out of whack for them, and he was able to come in and calm things down in that first half. So let's see if they continue to lean on him.
I wonder, are we going to see Karl Anthony Towns again in the first half, do you reckon?
You know, that's a tough decision to make. I think it's really going to depend on the score. If they're able to hold on to a lead, I don't think he'd come back with them. But if they, if he feels that it's starting to swing the other direction, he might try to get 3 or 4 minutes out of him.
Jesse Domingo going in the backcourt, finding Bruno Fernando. Fernando penetrated. Good defense by Pena. Well, again, nobody came up with it. Makonda down the middle. Pump face goes up. The 21-year-old unable to secure the ball. Both teams fighting for the rebound. Now they can push this one. Pena goes for another 3-pointer. That's way off the mark. And they had numbers in transition. Both teams like to play at a fast pace, but also credit to both teams. They can also get very set and disciplined in the half-court sets. Into Horn's double high screen. English putting up a circus shot, can't get it. And they're going to call another foul here against Angola. That's a tough call, Coach.
Yeah, I mean, it's physical down there. This is what Angola does. They just come in with big after big after big, try to get as many extra possessions as they can create. Been going to that Nana play quite a bit lately, that pick and pop with the bigs. Domingos, if you can get him to his right hand, much different player, very left-hand dominant there. So nice job of Dominican Republic doing that in that last possession.
Free throws coming up for Pena. Andres Feliz go to the bench, take a breather. Angel Delgado with the free throw line, just getting this one to roll. Jean Montero checking into the game the first time here. Probably, well, Delgado just turning on the aircon in this arena.
Yeah, maybe he thought Fernando was coming to contest that free throw shot.
What's the joke yesterday? I don't know what's more scary, the mask or the Dominican Republic's transition defense. Well, huge respect to all the teams here, but free throw misses. You just need to step up and make them at the charity stripe. And now the Dominican Republic, they're going to push this one. He's going baseline, gets another bump, and again to Souza. And now this is getting a little bit bad from Angola because they're just inviting the Dominican Republic to the charity stripe.
Yeah, and this is the balance they have to find. They're obviously a big, aggressive defensive team. They want to be pressuring you, but they have to do it without committing fouls. So we've seen this happen in the past, giving up a lot of points on the free throw line. That's really the only place right now that the DR has had some success.
Victor Lees turning at the free throw line. Just such a great energy play to have in the backcourt. Another guy that really can step up and hit from the three-point line.
Yeah, and let's see, you've got Montero in, and he really can be a spark plug. So, you know, I love the matchup here with the other small Angolan guards. You know, this is quick on quick right now.
Makes them both. Restored for the Dominican Republic. Lester Quiñones coming back into the game. I mean, this guy is a scoring machine, and he's going to have to really deliver something. Lionel Paulo, veteran player, 5 major world tournaments in Olympics and FIBA Basketball World Cups. English with a 3. Doesn't get it. De Souza battling. That's going to go be Angola ball with a fresh 14 on the shot clock.
Yeah, and you see once again every shot highly contested on those rebounds. You know, there's just so much size and athleticism that Angola sends at you.
Still in the first quarter, but it feels like we're near the end of the first half. It's just been back and forth as De Souza goes up and another foul called. The Dominican Republic just getting caught on the back screens.
Yeah, simple pick-to-picker action. You're always frustrated when they get that back screen open as the first option.
Well, great job by our official, Guilherme Locatelli, the referee furthest away from making that decision to call the foul. I mean, no doubt it's the right call, of course, but De Souza's got to make these free throws. Look at that, coach. You are used to that for so many years. That is a beautiful sight there. Fans, I spoke to some Angolan fans who actually live in my town, London, and made the journey here to support their nation.
No, that's great. And, you know, it is a basketball country. You know, I've been fortunate enough to coach games there, and their crowds are as good as any in the world.
I mean, of course, there's so much history and culture to Angolan basketball. Quiñones going baseline. Another foul there by... This is getting a little bit ill-disciplined now for both teams.
Yeah, and those are the fouls that they really have to be more disciplined with. You know, Quiñones really nowhere to go. He's underneath the basket there. You know, Lionel Paulo has to just let him go. Trust the bigs in their rotation, not put them on the line right now.
The free throws need to be imperative from these two teams. Currently at the moment, the Dominican Republic have missed 4 free throws, as have Angola. So again, you just have to make the charity stripe shots. He makes the second one. 4-point lead to the Dominicans. He's coming off a double screen. Throw this down to Paulo. Lionel Paulo now being guarded by Quiñones. Time winding down here on the shot clock. Domingos, hand his face. And again, that's going to go way off the mark. Now we'll go out of bounds and be the Dominican Republic's ball.
Yeah, and Angola needs to show more discipline there offensively. Sometimes that's the issue that they have. You know, they love playing free, but, you know, at this level, you have to have some offensive execution, make sure that you get quality shots in the half court.
Delgado being guarded by De Souza. Backdoor play. Another foul is going to be committed against Lionel Paulo. It's going to be another free throw journey here for the Dominican Republic.
Yeah, and again, you know, the aggressive ball pressure, that's what they want to do, but they have to do it a little more controlled. You know, the DR now going for their 12th and 13th free throws here in just the first quarter.
Elvis Solano checking into the first time. Quiñones makes the first free throw. Already Dominican Republic, well, they're going to now, after this one, have shot 13 free throws here in the first quarter. I mean, this quarter has gone on for a very long time.
And, you know, Quiñones is a player that can really score it. Has not found a rhythm yet in this tournament, but, you know, these free throws may be are the way for him to find his shot.
English finding Cochlear. Go for a post entry here with De Souza. Got it by Delgado. Going for a tough fadeaway. Can't get it. Montero with a rebound. Dominican Republic looking to extend their lead now, only by 6 points. Around ball screens. Finds the post entry, but they want to go handoff here. Quiñones fake it. I'll put the crossover, step back. Are you kidding me? shaking, faking, and faking. Quinones.
Yeah, and that's what he can do. You know, as I mentioned before, I think these free throws have helped settle him into this tournament, and you need to watch out because when he gets rolling like that, he can score it with the best of them.
Go backdoor. It's a good post entry, but Leo's got to make that one. Dominican Republic looking to extend this now to a double-digit lead. Montero by Maconda. Finding Quinones, pump fakes. There's a kick out, one more pass. Splits of defense. Quinones, corner three. Almost got it. Battling for offensive boards. Angola trying to be aggressive, and they commit another foul. And the Dominican Republic getting on 15 free throws already here in the first quarter.
Yeah, you know, Angola obviously going to be very frustrated with that. But I like this lineup that the DR has come with. You know, they've put multiple ball handlers on the floor, really have gone small right now, and have had some success. So I think, you know, especially being in the bonus, having multiple guys that can penetrate off the dribble, it's been a nice move here from Coach Garcia.
Quinones has been a game changer. You know, the crazy part about they're playing like this right now without Karl-Anthony Towns on the floor.
Yeah, no question. And, you know, interestingly, I feel that this style probably wouldn't be how they would play if he were on the floor. So right now, I like having their guards out there trying to break their man down, trying to draw fouls, knowing that that pressure is a little overzealous, a little too extended from Angola right now.
That's a great point you made there, because this is why it's so important that we have for either the America Cup, Eurobasket, Afrobasket, Asian Cup, and the World Cup qualifiers. Because when NBA players can't play, it's giving all the federations a chance for players to develop into the national team. That's why it's so important. As Fernando, the fouls are being called left, right, and center at the moment. This one's going to be called against Delgado. But again, going back, as a coach, you remember those Continental and World Cup qualifiers. As a coach, you get a chance to say, look, okay, we've got a federation here. How many players can I bring in the lineup? I've got 20 to 30 players. This player in this lineup. See how they're doing in their domestic leagues. It's got to be great to have that chance to see so many of your players be able to represent their countries.
Yeah, no question. And, you know, as you mentioned, from window to window, sometimes you need to create a different identity to figure out how to win those games. So, you know, you rely on that experience, as you said, once you get to the World Cup. You've seen different combination of players and know what to do when you get into some of these situations.
Free throw has been missed, but De Souza is going to knock that one out of bounds. I mean, Scariolo said that at last summer's Eurobasket. Majority of those players that he had alongside some of the NBA players, they were the bread and butter, the backbone during the FIBA Eurobasket qualifiers. And they were the players that stepped up game after game that helped out players such as Willie Hernan Gomez, you know, the absence of Ricky Rubio. You're seeing it right now with these 5 players on the floor for the Dominican Republic, all featured in the qualifiers.
Yeah, no question.
Can they extend their lead back to double digits? Quinones coming off one screen. Nice ball, Angola. That looked like it came off of De Souza, but
I think it might have hit Delgado there at the very end. You know, that aggressive hedge, pick and roll coverage, giving the DR a little bit of problems there.
3 seconds difference between the game clock and the shot clock. Angola can try to dribble down for the very last one, but De Souza's going to go for a little floater. Can't get it. And that's a poor shot selection.
Yeah, that's where they have to show that discipline. You know, De Souza, a young player, but Angola needs to end up with the last shot there.
Montero going all the way to the basket. Hangs in the air, goes up, can't get it. Great defense by Angola at the end of the first quarter. The Dominican Republic holding on to a 9-point lead, 20-11. If they win this game, they will cement top position in Group A of the FIBA Basketball World Cup. Well, it's been an interesting quarter full of a lot of free throws.
Well, I mean, that was it. You know, I don't think the DR had a whole lot going offensively until Angola got into the bonus, and you can see from the free throw attempts, they did a nice job coming with those multiple playmakers, beating their guys off the dribble, and really just drawing fouls. We never saw the play advance much beyond that.
Well, a total of 25 free throws were made. Only one three-point field goal was made, and that was by the Dominican Republic. Well, here are some of the key plays. Well, you thought maybe the narrative was going to get very interesting because, you know, if Angola wins this game, it could be very much done and dusted for the Philippines. So every Filipino fan in this arena sitting silently but anxiously wanting the Dominican Republic to win.
Well, and let's keep in mind, too, we saw Angola climb back from a double-digit deficit against the Philippines. So, you know, they're certainly not out of this. Their style of play can force a lot of turnovers. Doesn't take long for them to go on quick spurts.
Well, transition play from the Angolans has worked so far. There you can see Gerson Domingos going straight to the racket. But again, he's got to be consistent. The Angola fans coming in, loving the occasion. And Quiñones, the only three-pointer made so far of the game between these two teams. There are your Dominican fans. They've made the long journey from Central America.
You, if you come off of here, please do not look to go. Just shoot that shit. Like, just come on.
Hey, listen. 11 points. Good defense. Here. Son desperate.
Ladies and gentlemen, use that QR code to get Courtside 1891, the official media platform of FIBA for the FIBA Basketball World Cup. Courtside 1891. Oh, slight foul trouble, as we've already seen from Eloy Vargas and Karl-Anthony Towns. But you know what? So far, they're surviving on the court without them.
Yeah, and in fact, I think they found a style of play that probably is, you know, beneficial to not have those guys on the court. So putting the multiple ball handlers out there, just allowing them to take their guys off the dribble has been successful for them in that first quarter.
Well, Montero will inbound this one for the Dominican Republic. They will get the first possession of the second quarter.
You see here Angola coming with that three big lineup again. We've got Fernando and Quiñones.
And you're currently heavily defended by Fernandez, excuse me. Well, Solano down the lane. Again, had a wide open Quiñones in the corner, but didn't get the ball to him. 3.5 seconds left on the shot clock. Dominican Republic get the inbound play.
3.5 seconds on the shot clock. 3.5 seconds to shoot.
So Montero will inbound this one, trying to find Quiñones. Quiñones pump fakes, made 1-3, goes for another one. Oh, in and out, almost got it. He gets his shot up very quickly. Is it for a post-up? We're in the lane now, can't get it. Delgado doing enough to keep him off the offensive rebounds.
Yeah, good duck in there, just couldn't finish the play from Coquila.
Montero now, looking for a post-up. He's used a little bit of athleticism, but can't finish it. Good defense by Shilde Dundao. What offensive foul called against Bruno Fernando? Are you kidding me? Oh, coach. Let's break that one down.
Yeah, I'd have to see that. Maybe the arm extended up. They're going to have a post mismatch.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, you can see it up around the face there. You know, one of these bigs is going to have a much smaller defender on them every time. So, you know, obviously they're going to look to that offensively. I think it speaks to Bruno Fernando's diversity, though, that he can guard Quiñones out on the perimeter right now.
Well, my apologies to our officials. Luis Castillo and Martin Vulic. Great decision by them to identify the offensive foul. Luis kicks out. Solano pump fakes and a traveling violation. A turnover there for the Dominican Republic.
Yeah, we saw this lineup against the Philippines. You know, just the length of that front court is tough for anybody to handle.
Well, Dominican Republic, you know, at the moment haven't really built that surmountable cushion. As you mentioned, Angola used to coming back. They were trailing by the Italians in the first game, but made a run. Trailed by 11 points to the Philippines and went on a 19-5 run in the second quarter. Yesterday in Group B, Serbia 30-point lead against Puerto Rico, and they chopped it back down to 10 points. So at the moment, Shilde Dundao goes down the lane. Fernando offensive rebound. Goes over the jumper. Maybe Bruno time. Big man's got to be aggressive.
And that's how they're going to live offensively. You know, really get after the offensive boards with this big lineup they have.
Dominican Republic just falling out of sync here in their offense. Quinones making a penetration. Kicks out to Andres Feliz. Feliz step back, hand his face, three is up. And somehow, some way, just he's laughing. He is saying to himself, yo no say, I don't know how that one went in. One lead restored for the Dominican Republic. Under 10 seconds here for Angola. Down trying to find an open. He goes for a three-pointer. He fires it up, can't get it. And you can see Che Garcia saying to his players, slow it down now, get into a rhythm. Solano all the way to the lane, kicks out. Quinones wide open, three is up. No good, a big rebound by Solano. Patience needs to be the key for the Dominican Republic. Another kick out. Maybe getting away with a traveling violation. Another offensive ball. Quinones made 1-3. Not getting the same rhythm they had against the Italians.
Yeah, just can't find his stroke so far in this tournament. But Solano doing a nice job of breaking his guy down, and we see him here making another play.
In the lane now, finds Delgado. Got to finish this one. Big man goes up. Count it. And Angel Delgado will go to the free throw line for the three-point play. Well, it starts with the defense. Solano making Angola choke under intense pressure. Well, we might need to call him the Dominican glove there. Lucchini just getting like candy taken from a baby. And look at the transition. Delgado almost missed it, but you know that is going to be a three-point play. Timeout now as Coach Glados wants to talk it over with his players.
¡Ven aquí, hostia! Lo que tienes que hacer es defender. ¡Hostia, que estás saltando todo!
Vamos, queda mucho partido.
¿Qué? ¡No queda mierda! ¡Hemos tirado el partido ya!
Well, defense has been the issue here, but also, I mean, this is impossible. I mean, that's the case where you just say, es imposible. And even Carl Anthony Towns, I mean, look what it means to him. 3 personal fouls, but he's like, Jono say, I don't know how that one went in.
Yeah, you know, Feliz once again making big shots here in the first half as he's done throughout this tournament. But I really like the play of Solano, you know, been able to break down his guy on several occasions, kicking it out, find the right people. And really that's how they're playing, just keeping things spread, letting those guards beat their man off the dribble. If they're struggling, coming out with a ball screen if needed.
Feliz right now, 3 points, but going back to that timeout, Pep Glados, you know, he just wants a bit of fight from his players. We saw the defensive, you know, ill-disciplined nature in the first quarter, but I'm going back 4 years ago. I'm pretty sure that would have been a different timeout with Coach Will Voigt.
Well, you know,
Coach, more aggressive, I think.
Coach Claros with a few choice words there in Portuguese, definitely trying to fire up his group. I mean, their whole style of play has to be energy and toughness. You know, right now, the Dominican Republic doing a nice job handling that.
Delgado had the chance now for a 3-point play and a 16-point lead. The free throw has been converted. The free throw shooting for the Dominicans has been 12 for 16 so far. An impressive 75%. And down low hit of Bruno Fernando. Off the shield, they did down. Big time 3-pointer. Can't get it. There by the Angolans to get a second chance. Down now, trying to go for another one, but Kenny gets rejected. That's gonna be a foul, yeah. Oh, what a silly foul to give away. Made a great block, but then just, how do you explain that one, Coach?
Just unlucky break there. I think he's probably thinking he's close to a shot clock violation.
By the time Solano was up there, I mean, intelligent move by Lucchini Gonzalez to. Why would they? Are they going to review this to see if it's a 3-pointer or a 2-pointer? I imagine.
Well, I think the two things to look at would be that: is it a 3 or a 2, and did he get fouled before the shot clock went off?
Let's have a look here. There's a block
Okay,
shot.
block shot.
That's why
Fine.
the red light comes on.
Stop. Wait.
Go further,
A little further. Frame by frame. So from here, you see, he jump off the feet. He jump off the feet here, okay? So that's the point that you need to take. Have a look, okay?
Wait.
Calm
Go
down,
back,
calm
we
down.
have another camera. Check this camera, please. Only
Casino,
one camera.
Casino, just calm down, okay? More resolution. Okay, this is the point that you have to pay attention.
Yeah.
He's stepping the line,
Yeah.
smoothly, but stepping the line, okay? Touching the line, so two shots. Two shots, thank you. Two shots.
So Guilherme
Two shots.
Locatelli, our referee
Step
from
in the
Brazil,
line.
has
Two shots.
identified that it will be 2 shots on 3-point. I mean, they were probably 6/10 of a second left on the shot clock when he attempted it.
Yeah, I mean, definitely frustrating there for Coach Garcia, the Dominican Republic close to a stop there. Gonçalves able to get Solano up in the air.
Well, Kenny was great from the 3-point line against the Philippines. Struggled quite, immensely in the game against the Italians in the opening game, but right now has missed quite a few free throws so far here this evening.
Yeah, and that's that's been the issue for this Angolan team. No Carlos Moraes this year. Really, he's been the backbone of shooting for Angola for a long time. So these guys are all a little streaky, capable of knocking them in, but that consistency has been a problem.
Solano going baseline. Cross-court pass finds Quinones. Quinones all the way. It's a tough one. Good ball reversal. Good defensive rotation by the Angolans, but in the end, Andreas Feliz just dissects the defense down.
Yeah, and I really think this is the way you have to play against the Angolan team. So they've got them spread out. They're continuously attacking closeouts. Nice job of adjusting.
Fernando's got to go to work here. Big man, just feed Fernando inside the post.
Yeah, great finish there from Fernando. And, if you're the Dominican Republic on all these post touches, you got to see 3 guys in the paint, maybe even 4. There's not a lot of shooting on the floor for Angola.
Great hustle by Lucchini. Fernandez, down, fakes the pass, goes up, draws it, hits it. And this could be a 5-0 run here for Angola. And Chair Garcia already calling timeout. I mean, there's a couple times we've seen the Dominican backcourt, too many crossovers, too much, freestyle. They got to take care of the basketball.
Well, and that's the thing. I mean, this is how Angola lives. They want to force turnovers. They want to get out into the open court. Great hustle here from Lucchini getting down on the floor. But, this is their style of play.
It was the ball reversal. I mean, this is a case of sharing is caring. And in the end, Andres Feliz, Badalona's finest. Man of the ACB. Carl Anthony Towns, he's loving it so far. But let's go listen now to Chair Garcia to see what he has to say to his players.
Lo importante, lo apretado tiene que ser toda la pista. Lo desafía y va a tirar una banana. Por eso te saco. Jugá. Cuando jugamos y pasamos el gol. They are big in that out. Balón, ¿ah? 1, 2, 3.
Well, defensively, the Angolans have struggled. And something got to step up. A good block shot there by Bruno Fernando. Now this potential 5-0 rubber coach, post-wise, he's very dominant.
Well, they have a tremendous size advantage. I think they're, if they get into a half court, really, they have to turn this game into kind of a meat grinder. Bring all those big bodies down to the paint. Hope that you can get a tough finish or at least an offensive rebound. But if you're the Dominican Republic, you got to have help defense anytime it goes into Fernando.
Dow makes the free throw. 5-0 run now for the Angola. The Dominican Republic's players, said they just at times are turning the ball over in the half court. 10-point ball game. And we're gonna throw this one down. Finds Delgado. Let's give it a go, but again, another turnover. Angola showing the spirit, just like they did against the Philippines, battling back. Just down, shake and bake, but gets rejected. Good defense by Montero.
Yeah, good job, Montero, to just stay disciplined. Dundao is such a jitterbug. Not a lot of guys that Montero's actually bigger than, but was able to hold his ground there.
Check out there, quite fired up today with his players. Down the middle, picks up a teardrop. Now it's an 8-point ball game. So slowly but surely, Angola coming back in this game.
Yeah, and that's how they're going to have to do it. Bruno Fernando showing his versatility there with the floater, but they're going to need to get the ball in his hands. McKinney not really in a rhythm yet. Not a whole lot of other scoring options they have on that team.
He's turning it over again, but Solano able to keep this one alive. Solano's penetration. Pena through in the corner. He's fouled in the process. And that's a worrying sign there for Angola. Fernandez. Wow. Fernando, sorry. That could be a problem.
Yeah, you never want to see that. I really couldn't see where the contact was. I hope he didn't come down on his foot and twist his ankle.
The Dominican players on the bench just looking over him. That is a very worrying sign, because if Bruno Fernando leaves the game, yeah, I think he's saying he rolled it. Well, he looks to be in quite a lot of pain. He's hobbling.
Yeah, you really hate to see that, you know, especially these NBA players who sacrifice so much to come here and be a part of their national team. Really hope he's okay here.
Now the Angolan players and the fans, you can feel the anxiety. Their superstar may be out for the game. Even if he comes back, coach, you got to think a roll takes quite a long time to heal, and we don't have time here at the FIBA Basketball World Cup.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we haven't seen a replay yet of what happened. Looks like he probably came down on that foot. Again, when you're that size, these little hard landings. See right here. Yeah, sure enough.
That looks bad.
Yeah, and that's a lot of weight coming down. So it's a little bit different for you and I. When, you know, we're in our
thank you, thank you.
We're in our men's league games. But you got to hope that Bruno's going to be okay there. They obviously are going to need him in this game and moving forward.
The frustrated part about it as well, he's trying to close out Pena. You know, he's missed the first free throw, okay, but, you know, you've injured yourself and you've sent the Dominican Republic to the free throw line.
Yeah, and you know, it's actually a great effort of him to sprint out to the perimeter and try to contest. So really unfortunate turn of events there.
Well, Pena making 1 for 2 so far. Can make this a 10-point ball game again. Makes the second one. This will be interesting to see, because right now with a double-digit lead, they don't necessarily need to bring him back in the game anytime soon.
Yeah, and I don't think they will. I like this move here. Earlier, Coach Garcia really getting in Montero when he took him out, but putting him back in the game right away. A little tough love there for the young 20-year-old.
Pick and pop three-pointer, no good. Dominican Republic secure it. Now they can push this one. They've led by as many as 16 points. Delgado finding Victor Leaves. Leaves finds the open. Pena pump fakes. Splits in around the defense. No foul called. Now Angola can try to counterattack. Down the middle. Cocker goes up. Oh, my goodness gracious. Well, he may have taken off from the TLC logo.
Yeah, great rim run there from Coquila, but also a great job of Francisco and De Sosa sealing their man, almost parting the seas defensively for Coquila to finish there.
Well, my apologies, he took off from the TCL logo, but that was unbelievable. Delgado had an opening. Pena three in the corner. Three is good. Well, Pena's feeling confident so far.
And that's what he does, the veteran. Pick and pop spread four, really just a catch and shoot three threat out there, knocking it down.
Dallas on ball screen. Ryan De Souza here, got it by Delgado. Down to the wide open look to the perimeter. Three is good by the point guard.
Yeah, maybe that will get him going. Dundao able to heat up, very streaky shooter, so maybe seeing that first one go in for him can open the basket up for him a little bit.
Montero coming off one ball screen. Hands in the air with a little floater, smooth move. Now we got a timeout now. Again, Dominican Republic on the pressure. This man, the incredible human highlight. Well, right from the TCL logo, I want to call him the Angolan Iron Man, flying through the sky down the middle. Well, thank God nobody was trying to take a charge in that play. That kid, that Angolan fan, just kisses the flag.
Si no se niega, cualquier inversado no se niega. Estáis deseando recibir. No es la NBA, aquí hay que defender la línea de pase. Hay que subir aquí encima. Si no, él les inverte, edifica los cuatro vertos. Hay que estar encima. A este bloqueo que pasen como sea, lo pasas duro. Se acabó. Y se niega otra vez. En ataque, solamente se va a jugar. Solamente se va a jugar preto. Con preto hay que atacar el primer bloqueo más. Con bloqueo aquí, no lateral. Aquí no medio y va directamente.
Well, rival fans there enjoying the occasion, probably having a drink, but also probably saying my team's better than yours, I think.
And love seeing the Carlos Moraes jersey on the Angolan fan there. That's what makes these events so great. You know, fans coming from all over the world here to support their national teams.
Speaking of Carlos Moraes, I remember the 2006 FIBA Basketball World Cup was hosted in Saitama, Japan. He was playing for Angola at that time.
Yeah, I mean, Carlos has been a huge player for Angola for a long time. Still playing at a very high level, playing for Petro de Luanda, participating in the BAL.
Well, the Basketball Africa League, one of the huge innovations of world basketball, in collaboration with the NBA. Going down to De Souza now, trying to bully his way. Nice little jump move and a solid post move by the big man.
Yeah, nice finish there from De Souza. You heard Claros in the timeout saying to only play out of Petro. That's black, so that must be their call for that double post offense they ran right there.
We've got to get it back to Montero. Tough pass to Victor Lees. That's going to be off the mark. Well, the pass of Montero was bad. Now Domingo's going coast to coast. I don't think it gets any easier than that for the little man. Now without Bruno Fernando on the floor, it's a 6-point ball game, so credit to the spirit of these Angolan players. Oh, throwing it right away, and again, it's becoming chaos here for Dominican Republic. Kenny going all the way, draws a foul. Well, Che Garcia's got to be infuriated. Dominican Republic not showing that composure or discipline in the half-court set.
Number 0, and this is first whistle, team foul number 3.
I mean, he got the ball.
Well, it looks like there was maybe a little contact to the face there. I'm not sure who the whistle was on, but nice job of Angola here coming out of that timeout, responding with a couple of forced turnovers. And this is what makes them a threat. You know, they're always in games because they can rip off 2 or 3 turnovers and fast breaks. This is how they have to play. They've got to create easy baskets through their defense.
Well, 2 free throws coming up for Kenny Gonzalez. Struggle from the free throw line so far. Actually, 3 free throws. He hasn't made a free throw. I'm not sure what the delay in game is at the moment, but it should be 2 free throws coming up. Makes one. 1:05 to go here in the first half. They have trailed by as many as 16. Now it's only a 5-point ball game.
Che Garcia, coming back in here with Solano. I think that's a nice move. Try to get a little more playmaking in the backcourt. He did a nice job handling their pressure with the minutes he's gotten this half.
Well, another foul to be committed. I think it's by Solano. That's only the 14th foul against the Dominican Republic. I think that Cochlear has just asked Kiliemi Locatelli, our Brazilian referee, why is he not going to the free throw line? Kiliemi Locatelli's like, was he shooting the ball? It's 14 fouls. Dow coming off a double high screen. Only play for Angola to make a three-pointer. Tries to the mid-range. Can't get that one. And a 24-second violation. Well, Coach Claros wanting a foul call there, but again, it's going to go back to the Dominican Republic. Their lead has been cut down to 5.
Yeah, really important stretch here. The Dominican Republic had been in control of this game for a long time. Angola able to force some turnovers, get a little bit of momentum. Chance for a 2-for-1 here from the Dominican Republic.
Angola has 3 team fouls. They can't give one away here without sending to the free throw line. Solano all the way. Kicks out to Figueroa. 3-point, they go for it. Speed on Solano. Makes him tough to guard. Here's a step back mid-range. Takes it again. Nails it. Right in the face of Francisco.
Yeah, Solano really having a great half for them. He's come into the game and steadied things for them on several occasions.
7 points deficit. Domingo's going all the way. Again, showing the big heart. Oh, he is fearless when he attacks the bucket. Montero's got to force this one up. Hits the side of the backboard, but ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the first half, it is indeed the Dominican Republic who currently don't have that man because he has 3 fouls and had to lead the game in the first quarter. They lead by 5 points, 37-32 against Angola. Well, key thing to note about Angola, no Bruno Fernando. He did twist his ankle. It doesn't look like we'll probably see him. Well, we have seen him on the bench, but it's unlikely we're going to see him at 100%.
Yeah, really unfortunate injury there, but great response after he went down, you know, in particular the last 3 minutes of that half where they're able to force some turnovers, get some easy baskets in transition.
What a great perimeter shooting night for either of these two teams. Shirley Dundao, the only person to have a three-pointer for Angola. 3 3-pointers coming for the Dominican Republic, but, you know, relatively equal on the rebounds. Angola does have 2 more assists than the Dominican Republic. 4 steals for the Angolans.
Yeah, and you know, the shooting woes have been there for a while for Angola, so obviously you want to see them make the free throws at a higher clip than that. But they're going to have to find somebody, you know, from the perimeter, whether it's Dundao getting hot, maybe in the second half, Gonsalves can get back to his form that he showed earlier.
Well, without Karl-Anthony Towns, Dominican Republic scoring, you know, Andreas Feliz also relatively quiet night for him, but let's take a look at the top plays here from the second quarter. Have a look at the top players momentarily. Key players Bruno Fernando and Karl-Anthony Towns out of the game. Cat with 3 fouls. As we mentioned, Bruno maybe not coming back due to an injury. But Bruno so far 8 points, 3 rebounds, 2 blocks. But, you know, every time he's had the ball in the post, he has looked so much like an Angolan Tim Duncan, if you like.
Yeah, well, he's you know, he's done it a lot of different ways. We saw him on the floater, saw a few post moves as well. But you know, this is what they do best. Big bodies all around the rim on every shot. You know, they're going to go with a double big lineup a lot of the time, sometimes even 3 bigs. Nice job there of finishing the putback.
Here's Andreas Feliz, the only 3-pointer that he made in the game. I think he was surprised that one went in, but you know, if he gets his rhythm going from the perimeter, Dominican Republic should be able to win this game.
Yeah, no question. And, you know, I think the speed and ball pressure of the Angolan guards have bothered him a little bit. Coach Garcia electing to go more with the playmakers than Feliz, who's a little bit more of a, you know, European-style point guard.
That was a good ball reversal. Feliz going in and just avoiding the block from Fernando. But Bruno time getting inside the paint, in and around the defense. You just love the textbook footwork from the post player.
Yeah, really nice finish there. You know, giving them great minutes in the game. You see the floater as well. And, you know, hopefully he's able to come back.
Well, that was Cochlear just potted the Red Sea from the TCL logo. And a big-time throwdown. There was a step back. You know, we haven't seen a lot of Solano in the first 2 games, and right now, you know, he's quick, he's agile, and, you know, right now showing he could be a scorer as well.
Yeah, really great minutes from him. He's a +6, meaning his team has outscored the opponent by 6 points when he's been in the game in just 9 minutes of play. So really good minutes there from him. You know, like Coach Garcia's decision, bringing him back late in the game.
Whatever our gender, color, belief, or capability, we are all on the same team.
We have the power to change lives through basketball.
Together, we are stronger. No matter your origin,
basketball
can bring everyone together. Basketball for good.
Nunes has it. Take the ball screen, turns the corner, goes inside, picks it back, throws it down. Hernan Gomez, aggressive, throws it down. Nunes with a great assist.
This is extraordinary, and it's a tough shot. Take something like that. What a pass!
A Doncic dinner party. Doncic to Toby,
and he's loving his homework.
Nice a chance to lead the break. 2-on-1. Oh, what a block!
Yeah, Hollis Jefferson can create, so he's definitely going to put it up. The three, he's fouled! You cannot be serious! It takes an amazing athlete to make a play like that.
O'Hare driving baseline.
Wow.
Two-hand slam this time.
Oh. Talk about some bounce. Kubion with his head up around the rim on that two-hand dunk.
Fernandez goes upstairs. Garuba. No.
Hanging on the rim.
Antetokounmpo has something that he can brag about in the Bucks locker room.
All the defensive work, and Slovenia gets the ball back. Bentaze, Doncic slips past him, and it counts. Luka Doncic unstoppable through the lane.
And Bentaze, he did the right thing. Make Luka beat you off the dribble rather than just standing back, so he closes out. Now this is going to be capable. Just Sengalia doesn't quite get there, moving to his right, doesn't get there with it in time.
Now quickly, if you're not going to block this, oh, he does! Unbelievable block from Jackson. Kind of glances off the rim to Aguari. Nice bounce pass! Holy cow!
What a finish. He just elevated above everyone. Left-hand throwdown. That is a highlight for Hollis Jefferson.
Away in the flush!
That is unbelievable.
These guys will be legends in their own country, but also in the international basketball world forever.
FIBA Basketball World Cup app on your smartphone, tablet, or Android. Get all the best news, stats, and highlights that matter to you most. Download it today. Again, this is the 19th edition of the FIBA Basketball World Cup. Use that QR code and download that now. Well, Cat coming on the floor. They lead by 5 points. They led by as many as 16. They're going again with a same starting lineup with Andreas Feliz, Figueroa, and Victor Lee's in the backcourt. But Angola will have the first possession. Well, interesting here. Again, they found a bit of success defensively with Jesse Domingos, and Shilde Dudal putting immense pressure on the Angolan the Dominican Republic backcourt.
Yeah, for sure. And, you see Angola coming here with Coquila paired with Fernando. So good to see Bruno feeling well enough to play. I'm sure these first few minutes will tell him a lot in terms of where he's at physically.
Dudal coming up on ball screen, finding Francisco. He just goes for another three-pointer. Can't get this. Vargas secures the rebound. As many as 16. A win tonight for the Dominican Republic. Would see them top the group. They've defeated the Philippines, the Italians, and they make it a clean sweep of Group A. Cat goes for an early three-point. Three is up, and three is good by Karl-Anthony Towns.
Yeah, big shot there. He sat for a long time, so you love to see that from him. Able to rise up over the smaller Francisco, but Angola going with that same matchup, putting Fernando on the three and Francisco on Cat.
Down low to Fernando. Got it by a good defense. A rejection by Karl-Anthony Towns. Well, they wanted to charge that call, but I think that's just physical play in the post. You gotta let the battle a little bit.
Yeah, that's two big bodies going at it right there. I think a little bit of an embellishment there from Vargas. Probably did get a little chicken wing there. Easy for me to say, right?
I agree with you at the end of the day. I'm one of those old school basketball fans that loves to see post players go back to Tim Duncan, Shaquille O'Neal, and David Robinson. And the fact that we have, two almost centers playing on the floor together, I mean, that's just a great sign that the old-fashioned way is still running.
Yeah, that's true. Both teams going with two bigs right now, although Cat, I think, offensively capable of being the four. Obviously, seeing him play that with the Timberwolves paired next to Rudy Gobert.
Yeah, that was such an interesting trade because you think about how the NBA is played today, of course. Well, that's going to be fourth personal foul on Karl-Anthony Towns.
Yeah, and you see Coach Garcia immediately going to the bench. I think Cat, because he had been sitting for so long, very eager to try to make something happen, forcing the drive a little bit there. Thought that was the right call.
Great defense by Coquila. I was a little bit skeptical at the beginning. Did he, reaching a little bit with his shoulder, but you can see there on the replay, very disciplined and anticipating the charge.
Yeah, and this is the adjustment all teams have made, since that first game where Gilas kind of let him penetrate and draw fouls. Everybody else really sagged in, ready to step in on those drives.
Yeah, what was he doing there? Time we're seeing a bit of vulnerability here, and almost a bit of mortality in the Dominican Republic's backcourt. Victor Lees. I think he was expecting Andreas Feliz to flash out, but that's great work there, right on the TCL logo. Angola still trailing by 8 points. Just now trying to make a bit of contact here, almost turning it over to Dow. Goes for another three-pointer, but again, it's not dropping for the Angolans. The trash talk there with Jesse Domingos, with Victor Lees, trying to get in each other's heads.
And you got to remember here, Spanish and Portuguese are pretty similar languages, so both teams able to trash talk.
Well, it's going to be a 24-second violation, and Victor Lees and Jesse Domingos still going at each other right there. I'm pretty sure you can't get away with a few things. What is it that Reggie Miller said about the late great Drazen Petrovic? He could trash talk in 5 different languages.
Well, we have an officiating crew that speaks Portuguese and Spanish as well, so they might not be able to get away with as much as they would have hoped.
Well, Luis Castillo from Spain, one official, and Guilherme Locatelli. Fernando going all the way, doesn't get the and one, but he'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, and you love to see that from Fernando, you know, able to plant and take off on that bad ankle.
Again, what a true warrior. Businessman here. Bruno Fernando currently at the free throw line for Angola. Missing the first one, again, playing through the pain. You hear the stories of the great Chicago Bulls, Michael Jordan playing through the stomach virus obviously he got from the pizza he ate in Game 6. Scottie Pippen the following year playing with a slip disc. Now this man, quite silly with the halftime warm-up. He was definitely in a lot of pain. You mentioned he looked very ginger when he was sort of running up and down on that ankle.
Yeah, I think the adrenaline of the game, getting up and down, has helped.
He's kicking out. Peña's made 1-3, wide open. With this one, good look. Angola now trailing by 7. Philippine fans definitely want to see Dominican Republic win this game. And you're going up at Bruno Fernando, just dominated right now in the post. I think he had a few words for the Dominican bench.
Yeah, really good patience there, just using his physical advantage there over Reyes.
5 points deficit. Here's Feliz, finds a bit of an open, a bit of contact, and a smart move there by the Badalona player. It's getting a little bit hostile between these two teams now, Coach.
Yeah, definitely really strong physical take here from Feliz. You see the bump really initiated by him here. But Fernando coming down on the arm after.
Andres Feliz this summer had a campaign with the ACB team over at Badalona, played in the Euro Cup. Featured alongside players such as Kyle Gannon, American players really embrace the lifestyle in Europe. 7 points remains deficit. Now, Coach, are we seeing a zone defense right now from Dominican Republic?
Yeah, first time seeing the 2-3. You know, obviously Angola with a lack of shooting on the floor, so good time to maybe try that, see if they can neutralize Fernando a little bit in the post.
Well, Bruno right now being the driving force here for the Angolans, going back to the free throw line. Free throw is so imperative for these two teams. Angola this season, they've missed 9 free throws, Coach. That is incredible.
Yeah, you know, for them to have a chance at this upset, they're obviously going to need to shoot the ball better than what they've done.
Well, 2 for 2 for the charity stripe for Bruno Fernando. Change coming into the game now. Antonio Montero coming into the game for Angola.
And interesting here, this is Montero's first appearance in this game. We're seeing the same thing we saw in their last game. All 12 guys seeing the floor. Everybody needing to be ready. You never know when you're going to get thrown in from Coach Claros.
At least now finding Eloy Vargas, bumps in the lane. Vargas just came out of nowhere.
Yeah, and you know, that looked like pretty good verticality there from Fernando.
Well, Pep Claros has been given a technical foul. Oh no, bench technical, I think. Well, a blocking foul's in the court. My apologies to Pep Claros, but... Oh no, yeah. So Pep Claros, coach technical.
Yeah, that's tough. You know, international refs really do not like when you use body signals to express your frustration. So in some ways you can get away with saying things a little bit more, but you know, when you flail the arms up or whatever your reaction might be, they don't take kindly to that. So I think that was the case. You know, Coach Claros trying to show that he felt Fernando was vertical on that contest, and in doing so picks up the technical.
I mean, look, we see all the referees that we have. You know, they're some of the best professionals that we have in world basketball. People need to understand just how tough their job is. They have to make decisions at every right moment in the game to make sure the flow of the game is to perfection. While that's going on, they're dealing with a lot of, you know, I wouldn't say abuse at times, but, you know, contentious arguments from players and coaches. That's a tough job to do.
Oh, no question, and especially a game like this where, you know, you have two very physical teams. Angola, I'm assuming this is there for Montero, but Angola especially, you know, trying to play a very physical game, wear you down with their size from their front court. So the referee's doing a good job here.
Joseph Bango getting called for the foul. That's a 13th foul against Angola. It's only his second personal. Well, what's going to be interesting now is to see here how this third quarter plays out. Remember, Dominican Republic having Karl Anthony Towns on the bench. He has 4 personal fouls. They're going to dribble handoff. Just finding Andreas Valide. He's now kicks out. Victor Leeds had a three-point. Didn't go for it. Another kick out. Another three-pointer. 3 is up. And that's way off the mark. You know, it looked like a good offense, but Victor Leeds, in my mind, should have taken the 3 in the corner.
Well, nice defensive possession there from Angola. And you see their ball pressure extended out, really giving the Dominican Republic some problems.
Migos nowhere to go. Turns it over. Now Victor Leeds. What is he doing? Where's the composure right now? The focus of some of these players, the Dominican Republic.
Yeah, well, the tempo and the pressure can wear teams down. We've seen this before. Angola coming strong in third quarters often. Right now, the Dominican Republic trying to find a little bit of composure here. Interesting to see if maybe he comes back with Solano. You see Montero coming into the game, but you know, Solano, really good minutes in the first half, handled their pressure really well. Curious to see if he comes back with him.
Rigoberto coming into the game, along with João Montero. Andrés Feliz also checking out.
And these are Mendoza's first minutes too, so interesting substitution here.
Angola's Montero on the floor, along with the Dominican Republic's Montero. This bumping now, strong move by Justin Domingos.
And that's where he's at his best. If he can get downhill to his left hand, he's going to be able to finish those. I think that's something that Coach Claros needs to think about with their sets they're running. Make sure that you got him attacking going left instead of right.
And so looking for Vargas. Vargas now, top pass to the corner. Another 3 is up, nothing dropping right now here for the Dominicans. And those are offensive rebounds. Yeah, look for penetration. Baseline play, another kick out. Oh, good defense by Angola. Yeah, making it very tough here for the Dominican Republic.
Yeah, great effort there from Angola.
Montero, big 3. Nothing dropping on the perimeter for the Angolans. Dominican Republic do have 14 fouls, so any more will send Angola to the free throw line. There's the Bango time! Well, Bango connects with the alley-oop, and all of a sudden now it's a 2-point ball game.
Yeah, and this is what they do. Wear you down with that pressure, force some turnovers, get out to the open court, and they feed off these big plays.
A nice backdoor play there. Good finish by Rigoberto Mendoza.
And that's one of the counters. You know, we saw Italy using this as well. You know, looking for those backdoor cuts against those heavy denials and ball pressure on the perimeter.
Just coming off one ball screen. Well, I saw it again. Vargas on the foul called. So 2 free throws coming up for Jensen Domingos. While Bruno Fernando's on the bench. This is good play. Well, this is what I like to call tango bango time. Gilson throws it down. It just flies up in the air, surrounded by a sea of Dominican Republic players. That's a beautiful finish by the big fella.
Yeah, nice play there from Dundao to draw the defender, throw it up there for Bango to go get it. But Angola feeds off those big plays. So you can see that energizing them defensively, taking it up even another notch with their pressure.
Well, Dominican Republic sending Eloy Vargas to the bench. So Angel Delgado back in the game as the 5-man. Pena will play the 4. Domingos just getting the first free throw to drop. Remember, the Filipino fans currently in this building, they will play later on against the Italians. They desperately need the Dominican Republic to win this game. Well, the Angolan fans believing, while Luqueni Gonçalves coming back into the game for Angola. 3:44 to go here. Well, Quiñones currently here in the backcourt. Trying to get something going off the backboard. Can't get it. And now Angola. They don't secure the loose ball. It's a problem. It's going to go out of bounds, but that will remain with the Dominican Republic.
Yeah, great effort there from Dundao. Diving to save the ball. You see the energy from this entire group really gone up a level here in the second half. Hoping they can wear down this Dominican Republic team.
Dominican Republic right now need confidence. Almost over again. Montero's got to shoot this. Right at the end of the shot clock. Can't get it. Nothing dropping now for the Dominican Republic. Minutes now here in the third quarter. They can tie the game with a two-pointer. Take the lead with a three. Good hands by Montero, but they don't want to commit any more fouls now. Dundao, one-legged three. Are you kidding me? What a big-time treble by Shilde Dundao. Now it's a one-point lead to Angola.
And we have seen those rainbow threes from him before. Let's see if that heats him up.
And an offensive foul, the discipline of the Dominican Republic. I mean, that's like when you play a game of horse, and that's when you're on letter S. At that point, you're not getting back in the game.
The one-legged runner there going to his left. That's a pretty high degree of difficulty shot there, but we've seen it before. Crafty player, Dundao, and somebody that can really get going. So, two big plays recently here with the lob and now the three. Maybe we're going to see a little Dundao magic.
One-point lead to Angola. This is without Bruno Fernando on the flip, and they turn it over. Montero just sent down a bullet pass to Bango. Just when they were starting to build momentum.
Yeah, tough turnover there, trying to get Bango in on the post.
They need a response here. The front for Dominican Republic. They've been turning the ball over too often. Quiñones, Montero in the corner. A good block from behind by Luqueni Gonçalves. Joseph Bango one more time. He goes up and he misses that one. Well, put it off balance, but now it's numbers here. Delgado, can he get something going? Can nothing here for the Dominican Republic.
This is how Angola wants to play, get you going faster than what you want. This tempo has really gone up over the last couple of minutes, and I think that favors Angola.
Feel the confidence. Tango Bango time. Gilson elevating and delivering big time there for Coach Pep Claros.
And Dundao getting a little bit of a break right now. Great start to the second half for him, and you see the energy that Angola comes out with. And I like this substitution too from the DR. Solano coming back into the game for the first time this half. I thought he did a really nice job in that first half, handling the pressure, able to beat his man off the dribble, get Angola in rotation.
So missed the first free throw. Not a bad foul there for the Dominican Republic. Right now, you can clearly see this team just lacking confidence and belief in their offense when they get the ball down the other end.
Yeah, and Angola needs to make these free throws to have a chance at the upset. Shooting just 55% from the free throw line right now.
now, possession. Goes all the way, Solano, big response just when they needed something. It comes over to steal. But again, they can't handle it. Angola survive. Souza now. This is a good matchup for him in the post. Tries to go the way, bullies his way to the basket. And they get to Souza. He will not be denied. He'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, great finish there from De Souza. Those are two big boys going at it there. You saw a couple possessions earlier. He's been running down to that left block, really wanting the ball there, liking the matchup that he has. This time Angola finding it.
This could be the biggest lead of the game now for Angola. De Souza makes a free throw. Just over a minute to go now here in the third quarter. Solano looking like the most composed player for the Dominican Republic. Mendoza trying to find an opening if they can. It's just silly turnover after turnover. Throwing the ball away carelessly.
Yeah, that pressure really starting to get to them here.
Domingos now, De Souza, big three. Almost got it. Goes right to the hands of Montero. The Republic survived that one. What can the Dominican Republic muster up here? 6 seconds difference between game and shot clock. Solano here on the ball. His team trailing by 3. This is the ball screen. Delgado, he goes up with a nice little 1-2 connection there off the pick and roll. Dominican Republic now have to defend. Domingos pump fakes, puts it up, doesn't get it. Ladies and gentlemen, there's now a 1-point lead here to Angola. Collectively without Bruno Fernando, the no-look time, find it down, and held Delgado. That was a much-needed 2 points for the confidence of the Dominican Republic.
No question. I think Solano's been their best playmaker this game so far. You know, didn't come into the second half until right there at the end. Let's see how long Coach Garcia stays with him here in the fourth quarter.
Well, here are some of the top plays of the third quarter. Karl-Anthony Towns getting the first three-pointer, but then he picked up a charge. This was his 4th personal. Bruno Fernando playing through extreme pain here after rolling his ankle in the second quarter. But he was too big and strong and dominant for the Dominican Republic's front court. You know, your former player, Jerson Domingos, he has been phenomenal so far.
Yeah, and you know, when he's able to get downhill to his left hand, he can be really difficult. You know, having a nice game so far.
Well, there was the Tango Bango time. Gilson Bango playing solid minutes right now as the 5-player for Angola. But that was the one-legged three-pointer that gave Angola the 1-point lead by Shilde Dundao. And they believe, they refuse to give up.
Well, I mean, that's been their MO so far at this World Cup. Just, you know, really trying to junk up the game, make it a grinded type. And that's been allowing them to stay close in every match they've played. So the Dominican Republic feeling some of this pressure now. Let's see how they respond.
Well, that was a QR code for the official FIBA Basketball World Cup app. Download on your smartphone, your tablet, or Android to get all the best news, highlights, and stats that matter to you most. Download it today, the official FIBA Basketball World Cup. Well, there is your player energy tracker featuring Karl-Anthony Towns. You know, didn't feature in the second quarter, but is back in the game. He has 4 personal fouls. The likelihood of Bruno Fernando playing the whole fourth quarter, I imagine they'll probably bring him in towards the end. That's if he's healthy.
Well, you know, they've gotten really good minutes here from the combination of Bango and De Souza. The thing they have to be careful of, if they keep Fernando out for too long, that ankle potentially could swell up a little bit on him. But I'm sure they like the group that they've had here over the last couple of minutes.
Karl-Anthony Towns has 4 personal fouls. He cannot afford to pick up another one. Looking to attack already, but he's got to be careful. Dominican Republic trailing by 1. Andreas Feliz down the middle is going to lay this up and restore the lead for his team.
Yeah, great patience there. Waits for De Sosa on the hedge to return to his man before then looking to penetrate and finish at the rim.
English finding De Sosa. Well, why not go to Joseph Bango? Cat's got 4 fouls. Good defense by Cat. Oh boy, that was a very risky block by Cat.
Yeah, and I like the move there from Angola. Right away, they go to the post matchup against Cat. You can tell that that was their focus coming out of the quarter there. I would expect to see more of that.
Joseph thought about going for the lob. He goes here in the backcourt. Got it by Andreas Feliz. On fakes. Petty double clutches. Doesn't get it. So's the offensive board. Cat hands up. Doesn't want to call as another foul. Finally, Andreas Feliz gets a rebound. The foul is going to be called against Montero. That's better discipline by Karl-Anthony Towns there. Not attempting the block shot that time. And straight up, just trying to be a wall, I guess.
Yeah, he's got to stay disciplined here, knowing he can't pick up that 5th foul. You know, the issue for Angola, all over the offensive rebounds, but these bigs have to finish them when they get them.
He's being heavily defended. Battling for a handoff. Solano backdoor finds Andreas Feliz, and again, back-to-back buckets. Now it's a 3-point lead to the Dominican Republic.
Yeah, nice cut there from Feliz, but again, we see Solano really being an elite playmaker for them in this game.
Going to the double high horns offense. English now bumps, bit of mid-range. You get cool as you like. Automatic 15-foot jump shot.
Yeah, nice job of getting away with a little push-off, creating that separation for the mid-range.
Three in the corner's up, and again, 3 is good. Well, Victor Lees struggled in the 3rd quarter, but that will do his confidence a world of wonder.
Yeah, both teams heating up here in the 4th quarter.
English coming off the ball screen. That's the penetration. Hits the front iron, can't get it. He's got to be careful here. Doing a bit of a reckless pass. You can see Coach saying, calm down. Angle in the post now. Turney goes up, doesn't get the and one. We'll go to the free throw line for 2 shots. And you know, it's been very evident these two teams. These are very good basketball teams. Angola and Dominican Republic. Sometimes they're making almost like JV high school errors in their offenses.
Well, I mean, both teams want to get up and down. You know, obviously Cat brings a different dimension to the Dominican Republic offense that, you know, Angola doesn't quite have. But, you know, you see there, I mean, a 5-on-4 fast break for the Dominican Republic, unable to convert. What Angola does a good job of is just junking the game up, right? The pressure, the size they throw at you, it can get you out of sorts. And we've seen that at times for this Dominican Republic team.
Well, he watches on. As does Quinones. Jason Mango missing the first free throw. Makes the second one. 3-point lead still to the Dominican Republic. Remember, if Angola wins this, it will be all over for the Philippines. Solano kicks out. Peña's made 1-3, goes for another one. Doesn't get it, but Feliz the offensive rebound. The putback, 6 points already here in the 4th quarter for Andreas Feliz. And Pep Claros is going to pull timeout as his team. They currently trail by 5 points with 7:23 to go here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you see Feliz there with the size advantage over Dundao, and once again, when his team needs him to step up, he's been able to come through with the big plays.
Él viene por aquí, recibe, no, hay que estar con él, que no juegue, Hay que ir a bloquear resaltos, que si no, Luquene, troca defensa y estás tú con él, más te cabe la prestado que te cabe. En siguientes ataques vamos a jugar cross, en cross, bloqueo bajo, ¿sí? Abres y después vas a ir en bajo, poste bajo y seguimos jugando cross. Seguís jugando cross, después de abrirte, nos vamos a hacer uno, subimos. Tú vas a estar aquí abajo ya, no vas a estar aquí. Quiero que... We big knee.
Well, here are some of the key highlights for Andreas Feliz. The three-pointer he made in the first quarter. That's like if you're the defense, you're like, man, are you kidding me?
Yeah, well, you know, that's one of the challenges for Dundao. It's a smaller player. That's a good contest from him.
Again, used to playing it in the ACB, one of the top, if not the best, international FIBA domestic league worldwide. But, you know, when you play for such a great team like Hobart 2 Badalona and, you know, European continental competition, that's the kind of caliber of player you're going to expect to see for your national team.
Well, you know, Feliz has stepped up for this team throughout the tournament so far when they've needed him. So, you know, again, when their team was on the ropes a little bit, he's come in, settled them down with some big plays here.
So you got to appreciate the dynamics of his game. You know, he's not one of those predominantly three-point shooters. 6 points already here, backdoor plays inside the paint, offensive rebounds. He just really is a prime-time professional.
Yeah, no question. And interestingly, you know, the Dominican Republic had some interest in trying to naturalize Carlik Jones, the point guard for South Sudan. So really would have changed the dynamic of what their team looks like. I think Feliz has been a great leader for him.
Bango going with the one-legged fadeaway on Cat. Obviously, Cat has to be careful he doesn't pick up that fifth personal foul, but what a move by Jilson Bango. Bango pick a pop here with Feliz. The foul is going to be called against Jilson Bango. That's going to be the second team foul against Angola here. That's his first personal. Well, remember, Bruno Fernando actually is on the bench because he has 4 personal fouls as well. So both NBA players, Karl-Anthony Towns and Bruno Fernando, really not on the floor. Well, Bruno not on the floor in that case. Backdoor play, Solano goes up, and it's beautiful basketball by the Dominican Republic.
Yeah, really nice play there. You know, Cat with the great pass, Solano, nice cut. And we've seen more of those backdoor cuts now, trying to puncture that pressure and denial from Angola.
English here in the backcourt, finding Jilson. That's got to be disciplined here. Jilson's got to attack him. Foul is going to be called against Victor Lees, I believe. Second personal foul. I don't know if you saw Cat there turn around and say, hey, it wasn't me.
Well, you know, interesting. They've been going direct post to Bango, obviously, because he has Towns as the matchup, but De Sosa probably the more polished offensive scorer there. You know, maybe there's a way to cross screen, try to get Towns on a matchup that they like a little bit more.
Well, Bruno did take his jersey off. Maybe we're going to see him come back in, but at the moment, Lucani Gonçalves, who had a phenomenal shooting night against the Philippines, is checking back in. Angola trailing by 5. Look more composed out of these two teams. We'll switch on defense now. De Souza got it by Andreas Feliz. Dundao, deep three-pointer, almost got it. Another offensive board. Gets Cat up in the air, the pump fake is De Souza. Bringing it back down to a three-point ball game.
Yeah, and that's 20 offensive rebounds now for Angola. Once again, able to dominate the glass against their opponent.
Well, Domingos accepting the foul there. Solano, that's the third team foul against Angola.
Yeah, good patience there from De Sosa, and that's what they need to do. You know, they've been getting to these offensive rebounds, haven't always been able to finish them once they got them.
Now look for a post-up. Bango reaching in. He's got to try and make this move. Goes up. Wow, that's got to be an +1, yeah. Well, that was a silly play there by De Souza. That wasn't going in either. From this angle, I can tell you, Coach, that was going to be outside the cylinder on the backboard.
Yeah, that's not a smart play there from De Souza. You got to at least wait and see what happens there. Interesting matchup. You know, I think De Souza with his physicality, probably the better matchup there. But previously they had gone with Francisco, the young 19-year-old, defending him on the perimeter. And how much longer will we see Fernando on the bench?
Well, that's also Jilson Bango's 4th personal foul. That can make this a 6-point ball game. Makes the free throw. Well, Bruno comes back in the game. Remember, Bruno Fernando also has 4 personal fouls. So Bango, Bruno, and Cat, all 3 bigs, excuse me.
Yeah, but now they have, 2 guys who can score up that low post. Let's see if they try to explore that a little bit with Cat having 4 fouls.
Just going baseline. Now De Souza. Souza goes up and a nice little fit. Well, Souza may have just taken a shot there against Cat.
Yeah, nice find there on the baseline. Cat having to stay down. Souza patience with his finish there.
He's coming up the ball screen. Another foul has been caught. It's going to be 2 free throws coming up for Andres Feliz. Pep Claros. Well, that is foul number 4, I think, on Bruno Fernando. Yeah, he's out of here.
Yeah, that's 5 if it's on him.
Sorry, yeah, 5th foul. He's done. Wow, it's minimal contact. You know, I'm not arguing with the call, but you got to ask Fernando why.
Yeah.
Why do that?
I think, you know, he's got to be smarter there. They don't need him reaching from the perimeter like that. You know, obviously he's so important for this group. That's not the way you want to see him foul out in that instance. But he's got to, you know, he's got to find his composure here, get back to the bench, try to lead his group from the sidelines as best as he can.
Well, very, very interesting. Dominican Republic fans enjoying the occasion, making the journey here from Central America. Andres Feliz at the free throw line. Makes the first one.
Yeah, and one of the things Feliz has done a nice job of is hesitating against those hedges, waiting for the bigs to clear before he looks to attack downhill. You've seen that from him a couple of times here in the second half.
Makes them both. 8 points here in the fourth quarter for Andres Feliz. He now has 18 in total. Well, my correction on that, he has 15. He's averaging 18 points. English kicks out to Jim Dow. Jim Dow's a little bit short, I think. De Souza, another offensive rebound again. Second chance points, keeping Angola in this game.
Yeah, De Souza all over the offensive rebounds and doing a nice job being patient with his putbacks once he gets them.
Looking for a handoff. High by Victor Lees. 10 here on the shot clock. Lees going behind the back. Kicks out. Big 3 in the corner. Doesn't get it. Kenya has struggled from the perimeter. Now Angola with another chance. Domingo's thinking about taking the tray ball. Here comes the post up. De Souza, goal. I missed that one. The foul has been called. Well, boy, that's on Cat, is it?
No, that should be on Pena. Really nice take there from De Souza. He's been a nice little rhythm there on the low post. Maybe something they can continue to explore. You know, as I mentioned before, though, maybe think about cross screening so that you can get Towns on that matchup rather than Pena there down low.
Boy, missed the first free throw. Again, Angola, coach, this is incredible. They've shot tonight 27 free throws, and they have missed 12.
Yeah,
that
really,
score line.
Yeah, really the difference in this game right now.
Missed them both. Wasted opportunity there for Angola. And now you can see a lot of mental fatigue here. Solano trying to go the way. Rejected, didn't know where to go on that one. Down now. As De Souza. De Souza finishes. And now Pep Claros, he is loving this. Che Garcia infuriated. Nice finish there by De Souza.
Yeah, nice stretch here from De Souza. Has really come in with a scoring punch for them. Also been very active on the offensive rebounds. And with Fernando out of the game, they're going to need more of that from De Souza here down the stretch.
Cuatro tan cómoda, eran 4 lados. Pecho, habías dicho también. No, 4 lados. No, 4 lados. Ángel va a subir. Car va a quedar acá. Si no hay pick and roll, you keep with dribble. Car come inside, looking for the foul. Y vos volvés y traes a uno de acá.
Well, Angola's spirit in this game so far, getting themselves back in, but you know, this man De Souza, he really has been a key X factor for them in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, no question about it. Been really patient with his finishes down low. Obviously been all over the offensive rebounds throughout. Angola as a team with 21 offensive rebounds.
Well, that key underlying stat, I mean, only 9 offensive rebounds for the Dominican Republic, but you know, this could go right down to the wire. There are hundreds of Filipino basketball fans getting ready for their later game, but they are watching on very nervously because they need the Dominican Republic to win this game.
Yeah, no question. I think Angola's going to have to find a way to knock some shots in from the perimeter, though. Just 2 for 17 from 3 up until this point.
Feliz has been the best player. Montero goes up, gets blocked by the backboard. Well, De Souza probably could have came over that one, and Bruno Fernando, he's played limited minutes. His teammates really have stepped up. De Souza could have grabbed that.
Yeah, I think it just caught him off guard.
Quick three-pointer. Can't get it. Angola with a chance to tie the game up. And that's going to be a charge. Good defensive play by Karl-Anthony Towns.
Wow, that's a dangerous play by Karl-Anthony Towns. Playing with 4 fouls. You never know how that call could go.
Yeah, you're right there, because he does put his hands down.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that could go either way. I mean, there could be an argument that he's impeding him. Definitely a dangerous decision from Karl-Anthony Towns, but worked out in his favor there.
3:30 now, 4th quarter. Angola, no more fouls to give. Just down the middle, looking to kick out. The movement. 3 is up in the corner. 3 is no good, and right now, Dominican Republic, you can see mentally they're exhausted here. Duquette kicks out. Domingo, big 3. Goes over the backboard. That's a violation. If that one went in, all the Angolan fans would have just erupted into a surge of electricity.
And that's that big 3 that they really need. Have not been able to knock them down all game.
Oh, turns it over, and here comes De Souza with a windmill. Wow. You know, right now, that is just a monumental moment. Well, it's humid, it's hot here in the Philippines. If you need aircon, De Souza has got the windmill. And now look at the response, tie ball game. Man, spacing in Dominican's offense. Cap in the mid-range, puts it up, just can't get it. And now they can take the lead. Well, good recovery there. Angola turning it over. Play now from Montero. Can he get something going? Backdoor play goes up, and again doesn't get it. But that's going to count there because he was in the cylinder and they touched the backboard.
Yeah, tough call there. I'd have to see the replay, but once again, the Dominican Republic finding these backdoor cuts. It's been a nice adjustment they've made in the second half, knowing that Angola is going to be aggressive out on that perimeter. Several times we've seen those cuts.
I think, you know, he's touched the backboard while it's up on the roof, though.
Yeah, if he slapped the backboard hard enough that the referee feels that that's what caused the miss, and that's the correct call. Just hard to tell. You see, I think they maybe are going to review this.
Well, they are going to review. Let's go and listen to our officials momentarily.
Just to understand what happened. Play number 3. Okay,
So
he never touched the ball.
Correct.
Okay.
So we have a stopping on the backboard.
Now, let's go this angle here. Now, frame, go and stop when the ball is there. Go, stop. Okay.
Can you?
Friend, my friend. Okay. You know, he's left the backboard and shake clearly the backboard. Okay.
Correct.
So it's an interference. Okay.
Correct.
Let's keep with 2 points. Okay.
Yeah.
Final decision, keep with 2 points.
Basket count.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, guys. Let's go.
Well, 2 points has been given. That could be a lifeline there for the Dominican Republic. The one thing about Angola is this team doesn't fear adversity. They like to be on the back heel. They like the challenge. Carl Anthony Towns almost playing the entirety of the fourth quarter here. He hasn't played a full fourth quarter because of the fouls so far in this game. Couldn't go for a three-pointer, but big possession. They want to get the post entry. They want to get the ball to De Souza. Kenny. Baseline. That's the fourth and final team foul that the Dominican Republic can give away.
Yeah, and you can see Claros on the sideline imploring his guys to throw it into De Souza. You know, the play call was to get it there. They had the matchup. Towns was on him. De Souza with a deep seal, but the guard's unable to get it in there.
And the officials now just stepping in with trying to calm things down. Possession now for Angola, trailing by 2. Gotta get the ball inbound to Cochlear. Now we're under 2 minutes to go. Dow's penetration, hangs in the air, turns it over. Well, costly turnover there for Angola. The Canada Dominican Republic make them pay. He's coming off the ball screen. Montero was wide open on the back door, didn't get the ball to him. An opening, goes up all the way, and Feliz, 10 points, big time here in the second half.
Yeah, and delivering when they need him most, as he's done all tournament so far. Big finish there from him.
2-possession game, under a minute and a half. Kenny step back, big 3, almost got it. Dominican Republic secure the rebound. Angola needs to have composure. Don't want to foul here.
Yeah, they absolutely need composure here. Just need to force a stop, see if they can get a quick win in transition, make it a 1-possession game.
Not looking to isolate, draws another foul. That's a foul he didn't want to commit because he'll go to the free throw line now for 2 shots.
Yeah, that's a really bad foul there. You know, the young 21-year-old just a little too aggressive out in the perimeter. Had the shot clock down to 9 seconds. You want to see them at that point just finish it out, see if they can force the miss and get in transition.
Well, timeout coming, but Andres Feliz home with 2 Badalona's very own. Bruno Fernando has got to be thinking ankle injury, fouling out. They needed composure in this game. Dominican fans, they are believing in themselves now. Could they be about to sweep the group? Remember the final window. Let's listen to now the Pep Claros.
Pass directly like this. We don't pass to the wing, we don't pass to it. We pass directly here on Silvio, directly. After that, you go there and we are pressing. We need to score the next basket and stay pressing there without foul. Without foul, still. One good defense without foul. Don't go start to get foul and foul. Go for the steal first. ¿Sí? Primero vamos para robar bola. No vamos a hacer falta, si no, no llegamos. ¿Sí? Y hay resalto aquí, lance libre también por si falla, ¿eh? Ataque se tiene que montar en 5 o 6 segundos, tenemos que estar allá. Tiene que ser muy rápido. Chile tiene que ser muy rápido el bloqueo ahora. Pick, pop, base. Si no pase a 4,
Well, both teams, Angola and the Dominican Republic, really have battled to the end. You know, it's been, you know, we can always say that coming into this game, Dominican Republic were always favorites to win this one. But, you know, with Angola, we really thought at one point the momentum was in their favor and they were probably going to win this game.
Yeah, I mean, credit to them, you know, really scrapping, staying tight throughout. Interesting, you heard Coach Claros in the beginning of that timeout speaking in English to his group. But what he talked about, I think they're going to go back to that same set we saw earlier, trying to get the direct post up with De Souza versus Towns, telling his guards don't throw it anywhere but directly into the post, and then defensively looking to force the turnover rather than foul right away.
A big free throws now for Cat, 3-time NBA All-Star, the face of the Minnesota Timberwolves, probably the most famous Timberwolves since Kevin Garnett. Fernando, tough game for tonight, but even with the ankle injury, he competed at a very high level. Just gets a second one to roll in. 22 for 29 for the Dominican Republic. And Angola's got to think 13 missed free throws. Could that have been the big haunting point in this game? Souza pump fake. Dow pump fakes behind the back. Kenny's got to make this three. Doesn't get it. And now the Dominican Republic starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel. No need to rush anything here. Another foul. Montero will go to free throw line.
Yeah, and that really the difference in this game. 2 for 20 from three-point line, 15 for 28 from the free throw line. Just didn't shoot the ball well enough to pull off the win, and that was the difference from their earlier games. McKinney especially, able to go 4 for 8 in their last game, but today just 0 for 3 from the three-point line.
Well, slowly, surely, unquestionably, and undeniably, Dominican Republic have almost done it. 31.3 seconds. A team that nobody expected to qualify for the 2023 FIBA Basketball Cup. Shocking the basketball world with that big victory, a come-from-behind victory against Argentina. And also, I don't think anybody expected them to sweep the group.
Yeah, no question. Italy obviously the clear favorites in the group. And once again, Che Garcia's got his guys upsetting everybody.
Well, he is just an incredible human being. He is. Montero now has got to make this three. Three is up. No good. But you start to believe it now. Victor Lees will be going to the free throw line. Job done here for the Dominican Republic. Already Carl Anthony Towns applauding with their fans. Che Garcia's family currently in the building.
And really gutsy performance today from Angola. It's not very often you can shoot 34% and be in the game against a team like the Dominican Republic, but 21 offensive rebounds, forcing 16 turnovers. They really do it with effort and grit.
Coach, I've just seen the Filipino fans just leave the building. I think they can go and relax now, even though, look, they've got Mission Impossible later on. They have to beat Italy by 13 points, but at least they know now for 40 minutes there is some value in their final game with the Italians.
Well, and keep in mind, these wins carry over into the next round. So even if you're not moving forward in terms of winning the World Cup, their goal is to finish as the #1 team in Asia. Yep. So, whether or not that happens in this round, like every game, every possession, they're important, they matter.
10-point lead. Dominican Republic on their way in their 4th FIBA Basketball Cup to sweep in the group stage. Deep down now. Boston finds the Souza, goes up and he makes a layup. Taking a lump pass, so like we did. But what a game it's been so far. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to say felicidades, congratulations to the Dominican Republic. They have swept Group A, and there you can see the assistant coach running on the floor with the Dominican flag. They win this one, 75-67 against Angola. Now potentially we could have a 3-way tie tonight if the Philippines defeat the Italians. That game will happen later on, but gutsy performance from the Dominicans.
Well, both teams, really having to fight and scrap throughout this game. I think the big difference early on, the free throws that the Dominican Republic got, especially in the first half, ending up with 33 free throw attempts for that game. But having to figure out, how to survive with Carl Anthony Towns on the bench the majority of this game.
That has been a key thing. Cat getting 3 fouls in the first moments of the first quarter. And then when he came on the second half, got called for a charge. Credit to him adapting in the fourth quarter. Look what it means to him to represent the Dominican Republic in the FIBA Basketball World Cup.
Yeah, no question. Great to see the joy from him as he holds the flag there. And, for this group to come out on top in Group A right now, I don't think anybody would have expected that. And let's see how they carry this momentum forward into the next round.
They're going to need a nice little classification there. Es el tiempo de la República Dominicana. And again, Carl Anthony Towns showing the pride. That's what it means to represent his country. Congratulations. A team that had to defeat Argentina on the final game day of the 6th window of the FIBA World Cup qualifiers, and now coming here and beating the Philippines, Italy, and now Angola. Again, tough night for them. 5 3-point field goals only, but 26 free throws, only missing 7. Angola missing 13. They got to think, had we had a better night from the free throw line, this could have been our game.
Yeah, and you know, that's been the issue for Angola, just the lack of shooting. You know, again, this team without their sharpshooter, Carlos Moraes, and trying to find a way to find some perimeter shots there.
Well, winning the rebounds, the assists, and the steals, the Dominican Republic still got the victory. De Souza, top scorer in the game at 19. Andres Feliz, again, leading the way here for the Dominicans. And that just goes to show that this sport simply is a team game.
Yeah, no question. Feliz really stepping up big when it mattered most.
Well, Feliz coming big time up in the fourth quarter. You know, talking about how, you know, he predominantly likes to get things going for the perimeter, but adapting his game. And, you know, that is why he plays for one of the best teams in the ACB.
Yeah, and he did a nice job adjusting to the aggressive hedges from Angola. We also saw, as you see the cut here, the Dominican Republic making a nice adjustment, looking for those backdoor cuts against those denials and ball pressure.
Well, Domingos getting things going from the mid-range, but it just wasn't enough in the end for the Angolans. They came close, but a big three by Victor Lees in the corner. That three-pointer made it a 4-point ball game. Gilson Bango just going cat on Karl Anthony Towns. Well, we saw this a couple times, the backdoor play. Solano, you know, he was phenomenal in this game. Probably the underlying X factor.
He really was. You know, came in the first half, did a nice job of, you know, penetrating, getting other people involved. And once again, in the second half, I thought he picked up in the same place. One of the best playmakers they had today.
Well, De Souza had some big moments, but it's just fair to say it was just too little, too late for Angola. They needed players to really step up collectively in the fourth quarter. You know, Dundao very quiet for the Angolans.
Yeah, just 3 for 14 for Dundao in this game. You know, streaky shooter, just wasn't able to find his rhythm offensively today.
Well, that was the windmill. Man, Andres Feliz showing the composure, the experience. You know, this guy week in, week out plays against the Real Madrids, the Barcelonas, Lenovo Tenerifes, and UCAM Murcias in the ACB. And that's the kind of play you need here to really be the driving force when you want to top the group. The Dominican fans loving the occasion. Karl Anthony Towns, what a performance it was from his teammates. Tonight he was a role player, but he was an ultimate role player.
Yeah, no question. I mean, sometimes just having his presence on the floor because of all the attention that he attracts defensively makes everyone else better.
Well, nothing but respect and pride. Now remember, it's not over for Angola because, remember, they have one victory. Angola now needs the Philippines to win this game. And if they do that, it could be very interesting. Well, we'll show you the rankings right now. Dominican Republic, they sweep the group. And temporarily Angola sitting in that second place, but it'll be very interesting. And we'll explain to you how the final standings could match up when we start the later game time. That will be at 8 p.m. local time. But for now, good night to all of our fans worldwide. We'll be back for the next game at 8 p.m.